host on this channel. From this video, we will start our discussion on an entirely new concept of numerology, which is going to be on the topic of birth date number or psychic number. I mean to say, I've already uploaded a lot of videos on the concept of numerology on this English channel, but somehow this topic got skipped and I was thinking about re-uploading and starting to upload videos on numerology as well. So I just thought of why I shouldn't start with the topic, the most important topic, which somehow got skipped from my mind. So I mean to say, guys, for all of you people who are first time listening to this concept of numerology on this channel, so numerology can be understood as a divine science of understanding the planetary vibrations in your life through numbers. I mean to say, if you will compare the science of numerology with palmistry or with astrology, so astrology and palmistry still requires a lot of intricate calculations, but when we compare it with the science of numerology, just by finding out someone's birth date number or complete date of birth, and after finding out someone's name, you can fairly tell a lot about that person's innate nature, his preferences, likes, dislikes, vocation choices, a glimpse of future, character analysis. So a lot of information can be determined just by calculation of these basic numbers through the science of numerology. So I mean to say, and one more thing, if I were to share my own personal experience, many times, guys, what happen is that, see, you cannot be always on the top of like in which zodiac sign moon is transiting right now or in which nakshatra moon is transiting. But when we talk about understanding and figuring out the omens, having those sudden realization, or let's say for example, if your sixth sense is actually very strong, you have the capacity to imbibe the universal energies, completely aligning yourself to the consciousness, super consciousness. So I mean to say, here the science of numerology actually helps, where you can fairly see that universe has the capacity, nature has the strength and capacity to communicate with you through numbers. So I mean to say, numerology has also got lot of its features, and I've already explained that in different videos which I have uploaded on this channel so far. But like the way I was telling it to you, that if you have to understand numerology and you have to start it from a very basic level. So three numbers which holds paramount importance in the science of numerology are: first being your birth date number or the psychic number, second being your life path number, and third being the destiny number. So first I will give you a quick overview of these three numbers. Like for example, when we talk about the birth date number on which our today's discussion is going to be, so birth date number just tells about whichever day you are born on. That day's energies just tells about your innate personality. When we talk about how do you see yourself, your personality, your innate talents, your identity in this world, all of that can be figured out just by making a fine calculation of someone's birth date vibrations or energies only. I mean to say, let's say for example, if someone is born on 15th of January, so the vibrations and energies of the number 15 is actually going to define the personality of that native. But for example, if that 15th January in some other person's case will become 15th of March or 15th of April, that is just going to create a difference in the form of changing the attitude. But what you define yourself as, that can be easily calculated, that can be easily determined just by the birth date numbers energies only. Guys, if you have to understand this number's importance, so many numerologists also consider this number as a very important phase. This number's energies determines the most important growing and prospering phase of your life, which is from 28 years of age till 56 years of age. Like for all those people who know the science of astrology, so around 28 or 29 is the time when first Saturn return happens, and 56-57 is the time when your second Saturn return happens. So I mean to say, we all try to establish ourselves in this world, in this society, carving our own niche, establishing ourselves, making and creating our own identity in this world. So that is the time period when your this birth date number or psychic numbers energies dominate. So this is something, or this is the importance of this birth date number or the psychic number. The second number which I am going to tell you about is the life path number. So life path number gets calculated by making a sum total of your date of birth, month of birth and year of birth. So this number just tells about your path in this lifetime. So what is going to be your sole purpose, that is something which we get to know by making a sum total of someone's life path number. And if you will see, even in the life path number, one of the contributing element is the birth date number or psychic number only. Now if you have to understand the vibrations of this third most important number, which is the destiny number, which we calculate from the vibrations of your name. So the kind of energies you exude, the kind of energy which you reverberate, that we get to know by making a sum total of the corresponding letters of your name with the numbers and making a sum total of it and reducing it to a single digit. So that just tells about the environment and the energies around you. That is the only reason in all those cases where people are not able to connect with their aspirations or fulfill their ambitions, and if in their charts, in their important numbers, there is some misalignment of energy, so then in those situations numerologists recommend to change the letters of the name so that to invite positive desired energy. So I mean to say, these all are the features of the destiny number or the name number, but somehow out of all these, it's your birth date number or the psychic number which dominates. I mean to say, so friends, the point which I'm trying to make over here is that the calculation and assessment of someone's birth date number or the psychic number works on the underlying principle of reducing their birth date to a single digit. So it will be incomplete to say that someone who is born on 3rd or someone who is born on 12th or some other person who is born on 21st. So the sum total is coming out to be 3. So the Jupiter's energy, which rules the vibrations of the number 3, is going to work in a similar fashion. So this is something, guys, which I'm going to do over here is that I'm going to give you independently all the calendar days, that if you are born on 15th of the month or 21st of the month, what difference in the manifestation of the energies can happen in your life. And at the same time, when we talk about the calculation or assessment of the important numbers of your life, it doesn't only tell about your present or your probable future, it also tells about that all of your accumulated deeds and karmas in the past lifetimes as well, because it's your karma, it's your deeds only, the results of which you cannot escape. I mean to say, you must have seen all those people who even after doing all the obnoxious or the bad evil deeds, they still enjoy all the amenities, comforts and luxury in their life. And there are all those cases of people who have a saintly lifestyle, still they go through all kind of troubles. So somehow the reason of all these present situations are connected, and the root of which is connected with our past life actions as well. And if you have a knowledge of numerology, all of that you can fairly decode for someone. So okay friends, without any further ado, we will start discussing that what is going to be the underlying theme of your life if you are born on this particular calendar day of any month of the year. So friends, Saturn is the ruling planet of people born on day 8th, 17th or 26th of any month. The Saturnian qualities, which I am soon going to be sharing with you, will be most clearly visible in people who have 8 as their psychic number. Among the 7 most important planets of our solar system, Saturn is the farthest planet from the Earth. That it is slow moving is indicated by its Sanskrit name Shanishchara. It is inert, tamasic, cold and dry in nature, and is considered to be the most malefic of the malefic planets. Its malefic effects can be experienced when it passes through the 12th, 1st, and 2nd houses from the natal moon, a time period which is also known as Shani's Sade Sati. Saturn, a planet of darkness, rules over the dark side of human nature, such as the conscience or awareness of right and wrong. The site of Saturn is inauspicious. When Saturn is well posited in a chart, it brings wisdom, awareness of right and wrong, sincerity, honesty, love of justice, non attachment, long life, fame, authority, leadership, and good organizational abilities. Saturn is a planet of confinement. When it is ill posited or badly aspected in a chart, it brings obstruction, delay, humiliation, enmity, bad karmas, lawsuits, and prison. It makes people lonely, pessimistic, afraid, and subject to premature aging, drug addiction, and gives them suicidal tendencies. But just because, friends, Saturn is also a planet of karma, a lot of importance has been attached to it and its glory has been sung in our Vedic scriptures. Saturn, who rules both longevity and prosperity, can make a king into a pauper and vice versa. When Saturn is happy, he causes good fortune to sweep through your life. And when angry, he destroys everything. He controls everyone's destiny. No one can escape from Saturn's grasp, no matter where he might be in the world. No planet except Saturn can give you both long life and also plenty of things to consume during that life. Jyotish or astrology gives Saturn pride of place because only he can change someone's fate. So you should know what Saturn has laid out for you and arrange your life accordingly if you want to live happily and peacefully. As to how Saturn can change someone's fate, you can understand it in a way that Saturn is the force of fate, the force that makes you experience your karmas, your deeds, whether you want to or not. In fact, he is the planet in charge of experience. That is why they call Saturn the son of the sun. The sun refers to the soul, the true experiencer. How we relate to our surroundings is determined by every individual's innate nature. Some people have an angry, irritable nature, others are naturally calm and complacent, still others are by nature fearful and timid. This nature is inborn in each of us. It is present in our genes and chromosomes and determines how we experience the world. The true heroism is to conquer your own nature. In Sanskrit, this statement is written as Swabhavo Vijayati iti Shaurya. Until you have completely conquered your innate nature, Saturn can still affect you. Saturn will search out the weakness in your personality and will expose them to full view, making you experience your limitations by making your ego self-identify with those limitations. As long as you are unable to control your own nature, you are at Saturn's mercy. If you can completely conquer what comes naturally to you, Saturn can have no effect on you. But it's not so easy to control your nature. And so, as long as it is not perfectly controlled, you will always be subject to Saturn. How strongly you are controlled by the images that are natural to your nature will determine how effectively you are ruled by your fate, which is the sum of the things in your life that you seem unable to prevent. In this context, Saturn often represents the worst that your karmas have in store for you. In the opinion of many visionary people and historians, they have stated that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our lives as fate. What frequently determines whether your fate is or is not unavoidable is whether or not it is possible to bring it seeped into your consciousness. Saturn proves this thing that everyone, even God incarnate on earth, has at least one blind spot that cannot be finished and must be encountered. In these situations, Saturn teaches endurance and humility. So, friends, after knowing about the basic innate nature of your ruling planet, now we will try to understand the vibrations of your birth date number, which is the number 8. So, the positive effect of the vibrations of this number are toughness, tenacity, authority, executive ability, direction, supervision, organization, judgment, materialism, capability of working for a cause, good management, administration, ambition, and dependability. These people or the vibrations of this number make someone capable of handling big projects. The 8s strive for big accomplishments in any venture. As a rule, 8s are not lucky and they have to work hard and tenaciously to earn their reward both for money as well as position, which does not come to them the easy way. 8s are seen living in extremes, either at the height of success or as great failures, depending on how they have used their judgment of people and events. Through constant struggle, they gain inner awareness for better purpose and finally become unprejudiced leaders. Being all round administrators who can direct, supervise, and control, 8s are successful in any large scale organization such as industry, commerce, politics, engineering and building, estate and property dealings, printing and publishing, travel and tourism, management, sports, museums, etc. Being courageous and having power of observation and self-control, they also make their mark in intelligence services. 8s are philosophical and are successful as social scientists or public speakers. 8s do not like subordinate positions. Through trust and dependability, they gain important positions eventually. 8s are hard nuts and not easy persons to live with unless they are willing to adjust and are not too demanding. Generally involved in a variety of activities, they overwork and have little time for personal matters. So friends, now we will also try to understand certain precautions which are advisable for psychic number 8. Number 8s should not accept all challenges. Like, they should trust their friends and subordinates. They should not undertake jobs that are beyond their capacities only for the sake of making money. They should not indulge in arguments and they should learn to express their ideas clearly and to stop talking when necessary. They should widen their circle of friends and acquaintances. They should not depend on others for help because they receive very little back from the friends, relatives, and other persons they help. They should drop the habit of being revengeful. They should remove the mask of gloominess, seriousness, and sobriety and should learn to smile and try to remain happy. They should remain active and avoid lethargy, passivity, and isolation. They should cultivate more tolerance, be more friendly and considerate, and not get easily irritated. They should avoid canned food, old food, and fast food. Eat more coarse grains and coconut powder. Drink more fresh juices to avoid constipation and other troubles created by the aggravation of the wind element, such as rheumatism, arthritis, and skin irritation. They should follow the advice of people more experienced, learned, and evolved than they are. They should avoid the habit of brooding over the past and overcome their imaginary fears. They should respect both their life partners and business partners. They should travel occasionally. They should not spread rumors. And they should search for good friends, philosophers, or guides and devote some energy towards their own spiritual growth because they hold magnanimous spiritual potential. Whenever we talk about attaining greatness, like all those people who have this power and capability and potential to influence the masses with their work, with their behavior, with their words. So all of that potential, the energies of this number carries with itself. So friends, now comes the most important section of our today's discussion, where we will try to understand the exclusive details for someone who is born on the 8th calendar day of any month of the year. You are creative and productive and should choose a business career which is progressive and expansive and which deals with matters of general or public interest. You must not enter into equal partnership but be at the head of your own business. You could engage successfully in the banking business, the head of a large corporation or organization, or an efficient public servant. You must always express honesty and integrity for permanent success. You are more fond of books than you are of reading. You are inclined to large gestures, giving great sums of money to institution, or becoming a collector or benefactor of art. You are fond of display and like to have your family a credit to you. So this is something, friends, which I wanted to say as a part of the vibrations and energies of psychic number 8. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of numerology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.